It's time for Minecraft Me, the show that's all about Minecraft. From beginning level to expert, we'll show you what you need to know to survive in the world of Minecraft. With Joseph Falbey and Chase Nunes, what's coming up on this episode?
Coming up on this edition of Minecraft Me, our first ever We the People edition. You voted for what you wanted to hear, and we're going to show it to you. Also, the Minecraft News of the Week, the Server Showcase, your questions, and, of course, a whole lot more. This is episode 59 of Minecraft Me, recorded on Thursday, January 17th, 2013. Minecraft Me is brought to you by Personas, makers of the Audio Box and Studio Live series of performance digital recording products, and featuring the 1602 Studio Live digital mixer. For more information, visit Personas.com. Hey everybody, welcome again to another edition of Minecraft Me. This is the show that is entirely about the awesome game from Mojang called Minecraft. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, we show you how to play this awesome building blocks game. We go through snapshots, we go through texture packs, adventure maps, the news, and we even answer your questions, and we show off cool things from our server. And we're really, really happy to have you guys join us on this episode. This is episode number 59 on the docket. My name is Chase Nunes, and I am still the level 5 craftologist.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah. And joining me, as always, is my tutor, my guide, and my very good friend. Here he is, folks, Mr. Joseph Falbey. Hey, Joe, how are you, sir?
Doing good.
Good. Good. How was life treating you this past week? Everything well?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. Any this is where we would fill it in with banter. You're coming up to visit me this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be up there either Friday night or Saturday morning. Not sure which yet, but one of those two.
Yes.
And then yeah.
I hope you come up Friday night, because then we can go out and do stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously. Right?
Yeah, of course. Well, we're gonna be doing stuff all weekend.
Right.
But yeah, no. Joe's coming up to help me celebrate. Like, I didn't need help, but help me celebrate my birth. And my birth is next week, but we're celebrating it on the weekend because that's when people who have jobs.
I think you should make it clear the anniversary of your birth.
Thank you. The anniversary of my birth
next week.
That's right. Because for those who have jobs, it's easier to do it on a weekend. Unlike me, where I've been free every single day for the month of January. Well, not employed, but I'm working on that. Hey, you guys, I want to spend one quick minute, real quick, to tell you about some things that are happening, especially with GeekGamerTV, Minecraft Me. This affects the whole network, but this is good news. This isn't bad news. Thanks to your awesome donations. I've been putting them to work, and that's one of the things that I've been really, really conscious of is, even though, yes, I'm right now currently unemployed, the money that comes into the show and comes in for the show stays in the show. I'm very, very clear that I don't touch stuff for a certain purpose, because you donated for the show, you donated to help produce awesome content. So, with your awesome donations, I've been taking the show and getting it ready to move in a higher quality format. Now, you watch the show now, and you're like thinking, yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. But as you've probably seen on some of our specials and our things that we've done, like at E3 and PAX, we've shot in high definition, and it looks great. Now, I know not all of you have high-speed internet connections, but very, very soon, probably in the next month, we're going to release Minecraft Me in a high-definition format available for download, and the show will be in high def. Now, if you don't have high speed, don't worry about it. You'll still be able to dial it down. But I think it's very important, especially when you're dealing with video games in Minecraft, even though, yes, I know it's blocky graphics, that it looks good for you guys. And that's my number one thing. I want it to sound good, thanks to Personas, and I want it to look good as well. So if you want to continue, and believe me, there's still more work to be done. If you want to help the show, every penny that you guys donate goes into the show. It helps support independent internet content that we're trying to do. All you have to do is head over to our website, which is geekgamer.tv/support. There on that website, there is affiliate links if you can't afford to donate cash. However, there is a monthly subscription that you can click on, or you can donate a one-time amount. And like I said, it goes towards independent broadcasting, internet broadcasting. It helps us, honestly, compete with the big guys that are out there. I don't like to mention competitors because we're all friends in the internet broadcasting world, but there are some out there. It just helps the community. It helps keeps things going. And I would appreciate it if you guys help support the cause. So, with that out of the way, let's jump in to the Minecraft news. Oh, how about now?
It's time for this week's Minecraft news.
Yeah, after I had a great speech about how I try to make things well. Whatever. Let's talk.
Nobody noticed. Don't worry about it.
No one cares. All right, so let's talk about the news. Now, I always like to show off, and I know Joe likes to see really cool Minecraft creations. He may not like this website. It comes from Kotaku. But there's this Minecraft basketball court map that was created. And I'm playing a little bit of the video right now. But it's not just any old map that was created. This thing is really cool. So they throw items up towards the basket, okay? And on the back of the basket, there is a push button, okay? And every time that push button is hit, there's some redstone lamps on one side of the court here. It lights up the light for points. So it keeps track of the points. So you can see that on the background there, there's the redstone lamps. And you know how you can toss an item? You toss the item up, and it lights up. It's very, very cool. Now, I know there's courts on our server. There's some sports courts. But this takes it to a whole nother level. There's redstone involved. I mean, this is really cool. Joe, I don't know what you think, but what do you think?
How do they dribble?
They don't dribble, okay?
Oh.
They can't dribble. But
well, how do you steal the ball from the other player?
You just, when they shoot the shot and they miss, then you have to get it, I guess.
All right.
Or maybe you get to hit them. I don't know.
Rebounds only, I guess. Huh?
Oh, and yeah. So and as you notice, they're using the dispenser thing, the
hoppers.
The hoppers, yes. So here's some background video of it. We'll have a link in our show notes. But I think it's really freaking cool. I love these creations. I love this stuff.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. I mean, it works really well. There's a lot of really cool projects like this that are out there.
Yeah.
I think we should probably grab a couple links to some of the other ones. Like I've seen a playable tic-tac-toe that detects wins. Somebody did a playable Connect 4. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that. 4. But yeah, no, this is definitely cool. And so is this going to be is the arena, the park in the server going to have playable baseball in it?
Well, right now, I don't know if you've seen the creation, but the community build is going really, really well. Chris Cocking's got a great team in place, and things are moving along very, very well. Right now, we don't have automated players, but we've made like mock players that are playing. It's really cool. You should come and take a look. But yeah, it's moving along very well, and the detail. That's where I think this stadium's going to shine. By the way, you guys, if you didn't know, we're doing a community build of AT&T Park baseball stadium in San Francisco, home of the world champion San Francisco Giants. So we're going to have detail. We're going to have box suites. We're going to have the underground dugout tunnels. I mean, this thing is going to be like a real stadium with all the stuff. The server showcase for the stadium will be done when the stadium is done. I mean, and it's going to be in high def. It's going to be on YouTube on its own. We're going to let the San Francisco Giants know. I mean, we're going to promote this. It's going to be a big deal. And everybody who worked on this project is going to get full credit for it, for sure. So anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to that. And Joe, you need to come out and check it out. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'll hop in. I mean, it's running on my computer.
On your computer, yeah.
I see. I every once in a while pop up the window and I can see a bunch of people have been in there working. So, but I just get text. You know, it's kind of like the Matrix where, just text.
Yeah,
falling
it's just green text moving down the screen.
Yeah, except it's sideways. and it's a line, and it actually scrolls. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Some kids may not even know what the Matrix is, so it's sad to think that. Let's move on to another story. Now, we touched on this last week, and this, I didn't realize this, and that's why I'm bringing it up again, but we talked about a school in Sweden who is bringing in Minecraft as a part of their curriculum. However, get this, it's compulsory, meaning it's required, kids, look it up, it's required for students aged 13 to play Minecraft. It's required, Joe. So, kids, I know we got a lot of young guys who want to play this game at school and teachers don't want you to. Maybe you should grab this show note, this link, and give it to a teacher at school and say, hey, look, these kids in Sweden, and if it's good enough for them and they have higher test scores than us, then it's good enough for us. Bring it over. That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Minecraft educational stuff, Maldek, one of our good friends of the show and moderator on our server, works very closely with Minecraft.edu. And it's a special version of Minecraft that is used in schools. And we're going to be talking in the future with one of the key players of Minecraft.edu and actually show it to you guys on a future show. So we are working on that. I want to get the upgrades done before we bring him on. It's really cool. We have an update to talk about on the Minecraft Pocket Edition side. Right now, you're going to get some new blocks. You're going to get finally quartz, different kinds of quartz, sandstone, and regular stone.
I don't know how you can say finally they're getting quartz, because quartz in PC version or desktop version is still in this.
Oh, that's true, huh? That's I've been so used to the snapshots.
Actually, so this might be a first. Is they're going to get
something
a block or a block type in the Pocket Edition that's going to be available before mainstream on the desktop edition.
You're right. Yeah,
that's pretty significant.
Actually. Yeah, it's very significant. So there's been unfortunately no release date announced yet for 0.5.1. That is the version of Pocket Edition. But once they tweet out the pictures, typically the release is right around the corner. So keep your eye open for that. Now, our final news story that we'll bring to your attention is one that was voted on by you guys. So, we do the show every Thursday evening, 9 p.m. Pacific time at live.geekgamer.tv. And tonight, Joe, we decided to do something a little bit different because we had multiple ideas of what we wanted to bring to you guys today. In the last 2 weeks, we've done snapshots, and they've been good. And we've gotten some good suggestions for new shows that you guys want us to do. So we had all these ideas. So what did we do, Joe?
Well, we did a quick poll.
We did a poll. A
straw poll, even.
Yeah, a straw poll.
And basically gave everybody who was watching the show live in the chat room 3 choices. We could either do traditional, do a snapshot episode where we talk about the latest snapshot, because they do release that every week just to coincide with the show, which sure do appreciate.
We do appreciate that. Thanks, Mojang.
And or an episode on Feed the Beast.
Yep.
Or do another adventure map.
Right.
And the masses spoke.
Yes.
Or spake. I'm not sure which. And Snapshot 13W3 or 13W03A is what we're going to be covering today.
Now, remember, you guys, you're probably thinking, well, I didn't get a chance to vote. Well, if you want to, and I know some of you guys can't check out the show live. I understand that.
Yep.
But we wanted to do something special for the guys who can, who stayed up late or got up early to watch the show live as we record it. And so you never know what could happen is what I'm trying to say when we do a live show. We do weird stuff. People post links of pictures of me when I was younger and confused.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, whatever. So here's the news story for the snapshot, and then we'll jump into the play it segment. So on schedule, Mojang released Snapshot 13W03A, and there was lots of bug fixes. At least 19 bug fixes were changed. But in summary, I think it might be best, Joe, if we jump in, right? Because there's a lot of changes that we don't want to reveal here in the news. We should reveal it in the play, right?
Yeah, typical with 1.5, some changes to Redstone, a couple new blocks introduced. Actually, a couple of the bug fixes that are out there are really, really important ones that people have been asking for forever.
Right.
And so we'll show off some of the stuff and take a look at that. But yeah, I think we should just hop into the play segment and just do it.
I think that's a very good idea. So I'm going to hit the music. That should work when I push this button now.
Let's play.
All right, we're here. We're looking at... I'm going to remove us from the picture for a minute here. This is an exclusive... Well, it's exclusive because it says so. This is 13W03A, and right off the bat, there is a change on the menu screen. Now, there's single player. Okay, that's always been there. There's multiplayer. That's there. Joe!
What?
Where's my texture packs?
Well, it's not there anymore.
What? They took away texture packs. I can't. I can't
remember,
believe
we talked about this
that
last
they
time.
took.
Now they have it's a new texture pack format, and
okay,
they made it so you can do animated textures and stuff like that. Well, they also wanted to make it a little bit more accessible. So now instead of being there, it's in options. So if you go to options, you'll see a texture.
So they're
pack
making
option.
me click one more step. Really?
Yeah, texture packs in there. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So
I know it seems like such a waste.
Yeah.
But you hop on the server and we'll talk about why it's not. Don't use the scrolling texture pack. We didn't go through that again.
All right, so let me jump in here, our own private little world here.
Yep.
All right, and there you are over there. Hey, Joe. How's it going?
You're still dressed as Santa Claus.
I know. I keep forgetting. Everybody tells me, hey, you're still Santa, right? Yes, I know. Yes. I mean,
okay,
you guys
so
want to take a look here? I am Santa.
Why is that in options, texture packs and options, and not in the main screen anymore? Well, now if you hit escape,
okay,
you go to options.
Oh, I don't have to exit the game to change texture packs.
Yeah, you don't have to disconnect from the server. You can change it while you're in server.
So I can change it to scrolling, and then
and then everybody gets sick and drops off the show. That's a great idea.
Yay,
switch it back.
Look at that. Okay, I'll switch it back.
So yeah, now it's available while you're in game. Super nice if you want to try a whole bunch of different texture packs. You don't have to worry about loading up a map and disconnecting.
That's actually a very good idea. I like that.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yes.
So I know there have been a few third-party mods that have done that for a while on Minecraft. It's just kind of nice to have it built right into the client.
Yeah, very cool. Okay.
So so that's one of the changes. The other big changes in the menu system, if you hit options again,
okay,
you go to multiplayer settings, you can see there's a whole lot of options here for chat.
Wow, yeah.
So it changes the size of the chat window, how opaque it is.
You could change the scale of the chat. I like that.
Yeah, the scale, so you can make it bigger or smaller depending on how big your screen is or what resolution you're running at. Stuff like that. And then the show cape on option. Capes are something that right now are limited just to, I believe, Mojang employees. I think there are a few other people who have them, but they're kind of an exclusive thing. I think they're going to start rolling that out to more people soon. At one point, they were promised anybody who bought in at the alpha stage is going to get a cape later on that says they were in at alpha, stuff like that.
Cool.
So hopefully that means we're going to see some cape stuff later. That would be pretty cool.
Now,
chat colors. Colors can be turned on and off. Right now, there is a way to type into chat in different colors. I can't remember what it is because I never use it. But this would enable you to turn that off. So if you have one guy who always chats in pink and it annoys you, you can just turn off colors, and now it'll be the same color everybody else is.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
So definitely cool. And chat shown. That's another big one. If you click through those options, you'll see commands only, hidden, and shown. Shown shows everything. Commands only will only show you the commands that are being run.
Makes sense.
So not necessarily commands that are being run on the server, but the commands that you tell the server to run. You know how they always show up in your chat window.
Yeah, right.
That sort of thing. So it's kind of a nice feature there.
Very cool.
And then web links, right now they're clickable.
Oh.
And I think if you turn that off, if somebody posts an HTTP, an
how do you
actual
click
URL,
a web link in the chat? I mean, when you move around,
you just hit T to bring up the chat window, and you click on the link in the chat.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Noob,
prompt
remember.
on links, obviously, prompt on links. If you turn that off, it'll just take you to the website. It won't ask you, are you sure you want to go to the super dangerous website? That's probably a phishing attack. So
I would probably leave that on, kids.
Yeah, I would probably leave that on. That's a good one to leave on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, some changes there. Some pretty cool changes.
Yeah, those are very cool changes.
Area.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think there are any other menu changes right now.
No, that's always been there.
Yeah, I'm looking through the actual change list right now. It doesn't look like there's any other menu changes.
Oh, I need to change this button real quick.
They did improve command blocks, and we're not going to really get and demonstrate this, but I think I'll give it a mention.
Okay.
So command blocks, we did an episode a while ago that featured them a little bit, and they allow you to enter a command, and when the block is actually energized by redstone, it'll execute that command. And you have to be a moderator on the server, and you have to have certain permissions in order to be able to even put them in. And they can't be crafted; they can only be given to you.
Okay, all right.
And so they're a really, really powerful tool, though. I mean, we use them for teleporting people around. I've seen people use them for doing different. One that I saw that I thought was really, really cool is somebody built a roulette table or a roulette thing. And if you won, you actually said how much you were going to bet, and if you won, it would actually award you, and it would use a command block.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Stuff like that. So really, really cool, really powerful capabilities with these command blocks. Well, they made them a little better. One of the things they did is you can put a comparator in a command block, and the comparator will light up now based on if the last command that was sent that it tried to execute successfully executed or not.
Cool. Okay.
So that's a really cool feature. The other one too is they added a new command that's test 4. And that will output a signal again on a comparator, an analog signal that'll tell you roughly how many players are on the server.
Oh, okay.
So pretty cool. They're probably going to do a whole lot more though, because command blocks are really integrated with Redstone, and they make a lot of Redstone projects a lot faster and easier and more interactive and stuff like that. So I think they're really cool stuff. Something else. So that's command blocks. Detector rails have changed a little bit.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
I set up this little deal over here. So we talked about these detector rails, and remember before we would energize one, and I'll show you real quick what an energized one looks like. We would energize one and then send a
cart with TNT
over it. With TNT on it, and it would light up the detector rail. Well, now they've changed it so it doesn't just do that. You can see I put a comparator next to it. This comparator will light up if a cart goes by with a hopper or a chest in it. You can see this is actually a hopper cart, which we'll talk about again. If it goes by with an object in the chest or the hopper, it'll power this comparator.
Ooh, okay.
So now, if you're building a mine somewhere and you're have this cart that's just running loops, you can have it be right next to you while it's empty, and then when it gets full,
oh my god,
dart off and go somewhere else and
that is
empty itself and stuff like that.
That's extraordinary.
So like I said, that's a really cool feature. They've also changed how those work with TNT, which I have set up in the bunker.
Okay,
so we'll check that out in a minute here.
All right.
But while we're talking about minecarts, then this hopper cart. So the hopper cart works just like a regular hopper. You can see I have a hopper and a chest set up back here.
Right.
And remember, if you put in a stack of different objects in the chest.
Whoops, I threw some out.
So I'll put in some different stuff in the chest, and you can see the stuff start disappearing.
Okay.
So it'll go in and fill up this hopper, and actually I want to put in a bunch of different things.
So you got some redstones you're putting in there, and looks like they're falling through.
Yeah, well, they're going into the hopper. Remember the hopper?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So if I dump a bunch more material in here,
So,
some of it will stop going out because it'll fill up all the spaces available in the hopper. Well, the problem is this hopper doesn't have a chest underneath it. It's just got an open spot.
Right. So right now the hopper's filling up. Okay.
Yeah, so the hopper's filling up. So what you can do is you can actually put a minecart with a chest in it, and it'll fly by here and pick it up. And that was something built into the hoppers originally, and really cool capability. It means that you could have a bunch of minecarts with chests in them, all queued up with different materials.
Now wait a minute, Joe. Here's a problem.
Yeah.
And this is something that I ran into when I was building my first ever Skyway system on our old map.
Yeah.
The carts won't run unless there's somebody near them, right?
Well, they have to be inside of a
chunk,
inside of an activated block. Yeah.
So if you're not there, they're not going to run automated while you're not in that general area.
Well, it's the redstone part of it that has an issue.
Okay.
But that's not really a concern in this situation.
All right.
What we're more worried about is the fact that we're going to fill up this hopper, and if we put a minecart going by with a chest in it, we don't have a way to automatically empty that chest yet.
Right.
Now, the solution for that is this minecart over here. This is a hopper minecart, and it's basically a minecart with a hopper in it instead of a chest.
Okay.
And if I throw some more redstone down and activate these rails, what I'm going to do is
Okay,
fire
hold on
this
here.
thing.
Let me. So there it goes.
So you can see it rolling around, and what it's actually doing, if you go back over to this hopper that's over here, is it's picking up materials out of this hopper, and you can see it's still filling up the hopper because it's still pulling stuff off the upper.
So
But you'll see that the number of redstone torches is actually going down, 57.
yeah, it's going down by 1 every single time.
Yeah, and it'll keep emptying that hopper.
Okay.
What it's actually doing is, if you come down here, you can see I have another hopper embedded under the rail.
Oh, I see. It's right there.
And that hopper is pointed at this chest. So the one in the minecart is driving around, and it could drive past 5 different hoppers in the chest, or hoppers that are just picking up, destroyed blocks or whatever. And when it drives past this, it's going to dump into this lower hopper.
Okay.
It's supposed to. And the lower hopper should dump into this chest.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't think we got the last few words. Your audio was cutting out there, oddly enough. Say that one more time.
Okay, so, I think there's an issue with the. I was noticing it earlier when I was getting audio from you. I couldn't, and I was trying to talk. I couldn't hear anything. So I think there's a problem with the way that audio is.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll take a look. But can you re-explain it again?
So the idea is, with a hopper in a chest or in a cart, it'll empty into this other hopper that's under the rail, and that other hopper will empty into this chest that's next to it.
Okay.
And so you can move objects using minecarts around and dump them into chests. So, really cool way to move materials. Like if you're mining at a mining front somewhere, a mining face, you can throw stuff into your minecart, into a hopper in a minecart, send it towards the back. It'll empty itself into a chest, and then have it bring it back to you when it's done.
Got it. Audio should be better now, by the way. Skype turned on its automatic adjustment of fun.
That figures.
Yeah.
So really cool capabilities now they're adding with this. The other thing, like I said, is these pieces of minecart. Oh crap!
Is there a way to slow down the cart, let it empty, and then have it move on, or that kind of automation isn't quite there?
I think there's going to be a way to do that. You can put a powered rail on top of this.
Okay.
And remember, powered rails will
slow it down, or
will slow down a cart if they're not energized.
Right.
And so I think what you could do is you could get the timing right so that when the minecart's going around, and I'll try to push it off the edge.
I see.
You get it to stop here, and you'd have to. I'm not sure exactly how it would work, but you get it to stop over your hopper,
and its momentum would keep it going slower. Remember,
with these comparators,
right,
on a detector rail, they'll output if a minecart goes over it with a chest in it that's full, or has material in it. So
right.
if I throw down another minecart over here, actually I'll put it over where you are. I'll throw it down on this side. And I'll throw some material in it. You'll see that that comparator. Well, it's supposed to light up, but the comparator should light up when a minecart's
maybe
going
you
over.
need to push it over, like kind of roll it over here.
It may. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Oh, now there it goes. Okay, but there is a method of detecting a cart that has material in it or not. And it's the same way that you do with a chest. So
right,
remember,
yeah.
Like down here, you can see this chest has material in it. You can tell
because
the comparator's powered. It doesn't have much. Yeah,
so, and the more material that it gets...
that it gets in there, the more it's going to light up. This is that analog redstone stuff.
And remember, you could put on top redstone lamps, right? And you can have that kind of be like a meter for you.
Yeah, so you could put in lamps along the side or put them underneath it. Put in a bunch of redstone lights, lanterns, and like this, and then when you run the redstone across,
there it goes.
Light up the. And so the more of those you have lit up, the more it will. The more material you have in there. Obviously.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it gives you kind of a meter to look at, which is neat.
Yeah, and so you can do that with just regular chests, and you are supposed to be able to do it with minecarts, or chests or hoppers that are mounted in minecarts. But obviously, it's not working quite the way I expected it to right now.
It might be a bug, maybe.
It might be a bug, or it might be it's not as some of the stuff is it's gonna become intuitive, but right now it's still really in flux.
Right.
And so it's not necessarily super clear how these things work together yet.
Got it. Okay.
But I guess we're still talking about minecart, so we'll go talk about the way these TNT blocks have changed a little bit. So remember, we did this before where we had a minecart running around here with a TNT block, and when it hit these two detector rails, it ignited the TNT.
Right. Yep.
And then blew up, of course, because that's what TNT does. Well, they've changed it so that now if a cart is going around this thing, so I'm going to fire this. You might stand over by the door. I'm going to fire that off, and you'll see it go around. But what you'll see when it blows up is, remember before, all of the rail disappeared.
Man, that was a powerful explosion. It got me still.
Well, remember before, all the rail or a lot of the rail got destroyed.
Oh, that's right.
If a minecart blows up, it doesn't destroy the rail it's on. It'll destroy
that,
redstone around it, but it won't destroy the rail.
On the last show, a lot of guys in our chat room were saying, "Hey, if I need to clear out a tunnel, and I can just send carts down with TNT."
Yeah, well, I mean, you still sort of can. The issue, like I said, is you're blowing up the cart and you're blowing up blocks around it. You're not going to blow up the rail or the blocks that are underneath it.
Well, then it would give you a definitive path, because you would have the rail path intact, but everything around it would be gone.
Well, you'd have to run up ahead and add more rail as you're going further in. But at least now it doesn't blow up rail, which makes it way more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That would just be frustrating,
Yeah.
Yay, look at my fancy rail I built. Now I'm going to throw a TNT.
Yeah, boom.
TNT card on there and never see the rail again.
Right. There goes your resources. Congrats.
Yeah. So those are mine carts.
Okay.
There are obviously going to be a lot more changes to mine carts. They're going to change how some of the detector stuff works. They're going to improve some of that.
Right.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll talk about quartz blocks. They were introduced last time, and now they're coming out in the Pocket Edition. Excuse me.
Yeah, we talked about them last show. Yeah.
So we talked about these pillars. They made a change to the pillars. Now the pillars can be laid sideways, like
oak trees.
Like trees, yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
That's a cool feature. That's pretty much it for pillars.
Okay.
For the quartz blocks, that's really the only change they made for quartz.
Okay.
And let's see, what else have we got? The dropper block. This was kind of a cool one. So we're all used to, where is it? We're all used to having dispensers. And dispensers work. Everybody knows how they work. They're pretty simple. Man, they are pretty simple. You throw a bunch of objects into a dispenser. I'm going to throw a bunch of just regular torches.
Okay.
And when you energize them with redstone, they spit out the torch. Or whatever object's in there. And if you load them up instead of with torches, you load them up with, say, arrows. Arrow goes,
that's why
get out of the way. The arrow goes flying out.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about this is, obviously, you can set up traps, you can dispense items, that sort of thing. The issue is if you say you wanted to, instead of doing this, you wanted to fill up a chest, you can't really do anything.
Oh.
So the solution for that is to put in the dropper.
The dropper. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Okay.
And you put a chest. You put a chest in front of it. So normally, right, if I put
it looks like a dispenser.
Kind of. Here's a dispenser.
Oh, the mouth.
Yeah. So I'm going to put torches back into the dropper.
Okay.
And you'll see they come out just normally.
They kind of fly a little bit.
If anything, they go a little bit further, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but if I put in arrows, so I take out the torches and put arrows in.
Okay. Oh, it drops them as a
pick-upable item, not firing them out like a dispenser does.
Oh, I like that.
So what that lets you do is throw a chest in front of it.
Okay.
Now you can see every time I push a button, it's going to add an arrow.
It's adding an arrow.
Yep.
Very nice.
So, now, I haven't checked to see if it actually works over a distance. I don't think it
not.
does. I think it has to be right next to it.
Is it? Well, that's 2 blocks. Can you put it a block away?
Maybe.
Has to be right in front.
Yeah, so it has to be right in front of it. But yeah, it allows you to put objects into a chest. So think about if you had an adventure map, you could lock down your dispensers.
Yeah.
Somebody could get into the dispenser, but when they accomplish something, you could load it into a chest.
Right. So it pushes in the chest. They pick it up out of the chest.
Right. But they wouldn't have access to the dispenser. So
yeah,
kind of a cool thing. What else have we got? It's the dropper block. We talked about the menu. They've changed the difficulty on different animals again, or different creatures again. Zombies are harder to kill or harder to shoot, and it's all based on the difficulty level you have set in the game. So if you have it set to really hard difficulty, they're going to be a lot harder to shoot.
Okay.
Let's see if we can make a quick demo of that. You have arrows. I know you have arrows. You have a
no, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't.
Well, here's a whole bunch of arrows, and here's a bow. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and set up a little corral over here, and we'll throw a zombie in here.
All right.
And we'll see what it's like to try to shoot him. Zombie. Go.
Zombie.
So there's a zombie.
Okay.
So now he should dodge or something when you try to shoot him with an arrow.
Is it because he's not coming after me?
It might be because he's too penned up. The other thing they've changed is so in addition to zombies being harder to they also will group up on a target. So if one zombie's attacking you, you may discover that a whole bunch more start running towards you to join.
Go ahead and spawn some outside the pen at me. Let's see what they do.
All right.
Nope, they're not dodging.
Well, it is supposed to be based on difficulty. I'm not sure what difficulty set it is.
Oh, yeah. Did you die? Jeez.
So the other big difference, like I said, is skeletons. Skeletons are a little harder to they scale to difficulty again. So if the difficulty is higher, they will be more active and more deadly.
Okay.
Harder to kill.
All right.
And they will shoot faster the closer you are.
Oh, whoa!
So if
Ow.
you're really close, they will shoot really quickly. If you're farther away, they will shoot less often. Yeah, remember we talked about last time their accuracy is a lot higher now too.
Got him. Yeah. Sweet. I like that.
So
They're
now
more of a challenge.
They are more of a challenge. Now I did tease one bug that I'm going to set the time to today.
Okay.
And then we're going to head up above. Yeah. And this is a huge bug fix. It's one that everybody's been waiting for.
Okay.
And I hope nobody minds, but I'm going to go fly. All right.
Hey, you're cheating, Joe.
Everybody's used to it. All right.
Got to put that out there.
So the big bug fix on this one is, you know how if you're building in the water, you often run into a problem where when you go to take it out, or you go to
Hold on. I'm going to try to, I need to come over here to kind of show it. So,
okay. If you stand here, this is a high platform, so you should be able to just stand there. All right. So now, if I put this last piece of stone underwater,
okay,
you can see I'll kind of build out a little area here. And normally, right when you dig this kind of a space out, you decide you're done building in the water and you just want to get rid of it all. When you go to dig it out, it leaves holes in the water.
Whoa! If it's fixing it.
Yeah. Now they finally.
Oh my goodness!
So that water will to some degree self-level in that sort of area.
That is awesome.
It is totally great.
No more /fix water. Yay!
Yeah, so that'll fix a lot of issues and that sort of thing.
You okay over there, Joe?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's a huge bug, and there are a whole bunch of other bugs that were fixed as well. But that for me, that's the big one. So. You try to shoot me with that arrow?
Nope.
Liar. Yeah, we're gonna see how well this works. Yeah. Someone's in creative mode and someone else
isn't. Just stop. Ow, that hurt.
Worse than a skeleton. All right.
Whoa. Hey, are they enchanted? Hey! That's mean.
Yeah, but it says you were shot by an arrow.
No, it says I was shot by payback.
Oh, yeah, shot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, yeah, that's the snapshot. That's this week's snapshot.
Very cool.
My favorite thing by far is the water fix. I just think that's so awesome.
Well, you being OCD on everything Minecraft makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I've spent time in the server where I've been flying or running somewhere and been like, "Hey, there's a hole in that water," and then I have to go over and fix it. As soon as I notice it, I have to go over and fix it, and it drives me up the wall.
I think you've kind of spun that off on me as well, because I've been in that, where it's just like, so frustrating. So no, very cool, very nice. So I'm just stalling a little bit. All right, so remember, you guys. Let me make myself visible so Joe can come over to me. First off, the server showcase of the week. Now, remember, you guys, we made some changes to it, and basically, here is the deal. If you go over to our website at GeekGamer.tv/server showcase, if you go there, you'll notice now the form has been changed a little bit. We want to know who you are. We want your name, your real name, so we can give you credit. Let me turn that down here for a minute. We want to know your name. And also, if you give us permission to show off where it is on the server, because a lot of you guys, they want to know where it is, what it is. And so we're going to be able to do that for you. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit the magic music. It's now time for the server showcase of the week. Right now.
Server showcase of the week.
I apologize to Joe's ears. Because I turned it down and then I tried to play music and all that fun jazz. So this server showcase, I forgot to I'm gonna bring it up on the email real quick here. I want to give the proper credit. This was built by James 1F, and this is a public elven treehouse. He actually nominated, and by the way, you can nominate your own server creation, but it was also nominated by Mansion Crafter. Now, Mansion Crafter said that he thought that the roller coaster is fun, fast, and has an amazing view. The pixel art is detailed and awesome, and it also shows you that anything is possible in Minecraft, and you both each get a free cake. Now, if you guys want to know where this awesome server creation is, it's negative, this is X, Y, and Z, negative 298, 63, 733. That's negative 298, 63, 733, and that's where it is. So if it's far away from spawn, you got a lot of walking to do. But let me jump back into the game here and show you guys what it is. So, as you can see here, it starts with some pixel art of, this is probably James, I would say, or this is Samuel L. Jackson, one of the two. Now, in taking a look here at the treehouse, now this is pretty extensive. So I'm going to start at the bottom, if there is a bottom. I got to find the bottom of the tree house. So let me jump down here to the bottom, because I don't know where the actual entrance is. I don't know if that's the entrance. Maybe that is the entrance. So, oh, wait, I'm walking here. There's some water. There's so much tree. There's so much tree here. So, nope. I'm going to go back to where I was. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to fly up, because I'm a little lost. I don't know where everything is, Joe. I'm a little lost right now. So, all right, I'm going to jump in here. Shut the door behind me, because I'm a nice guy. And I'm going to head up. And there's some levels here. I don't know if this is just part of the treehouse building. I'm not sure.
Well, on the very top level, it looks like that's where the roller coaster is.
All right, well,
part of it is.
Let's get on the roller coaster. Oh, there's a butcher.
Let me go see if I can figure out where it starts.
Yeah. I mean, this is impressive. I mean, really, it's really...
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. I'm impressed with how tall the tree is. You just keep flying up, and you look up, and it's still more up there.
Where the train starts?
I have no idea.
Does it start here?
Let's see. Okay. I am apparently near where it starts, I think.
Oh, okay. So
wait a sec. I think.
Or is this where it starts? And it flies off.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
No, yeah.
If you
where are you at?
I don't know yet. I'm still figuring that out. Oh, Yeah, if you teleport to me, oh yeah, here it is. Here you. And if you teleport to me, I'm right next to where it starts.
All right. Oh, there you are. Okay.
So there's the minecart.
Oh, there's who is that?
James 1F.
Oh, there is
right?
James right there.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
So the builder himself. So yeah, I think this is the minecart. So you hop in that minecart, you push the button to your left, and
Or my right?
that should be which way are you facing?
Your left
Oh,
or my right?
I was facing downhill. It's the only button there. Just push it. I don't know which direction you're going to go.
No dice.
Well,
Hey.
oh, we don't have permission to use it. Hop back in there.
Okay. Ignore claims. So
Yeah.
how can the public use it if does he have to set that up?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Let me see.
Well, there I go. I'm gone.
There you go. All right.
Oh boy, here we go. And I'm off finally. Yay.
Hey, all right. I'm going to fly above you and follow you.
All right. There we go.
Pretty cool.
Whoa.
I'm glad that we have a roller coaster back in the
Whoa.
server. We are. What happened?
Oh, no, it's slow. I like that. It slowed down. I kind of took a
you
hop.
You fell. It's what
Yeah.
happened.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Ah, little. Well, I'm going up.
That must be the lift hill.
Yeah, man, this is a big lift hill. Oh boy, going
Holy
up,
smoke.
still going up, still going up. Oh, I like
Let's
how
get-
he's using the.
Yeah, uses a minecart detector to power the powered rail.
I like that. That's a good idea. Whoa, I'm flying. Wow, went through the water and then I.
Yeah, you
my-
landed back on some track.
And then I'm going really slow.
Well, you got to get around this corner here. I'll give you
Yeah.
a boot. There you
No, it was going, but whoa, I'm going down. Oh boy. Man, there I go, going down,
go.
down.
I don't know if you can see over here, but you can see a sheep farm.
Yeah, I
below-
see all the sheep
below there.
bah. Going up. Now going through the trees. Oh my god, this is an awesome roller coaster.
Around the creeper.
Around the creeper.
Slurp creeper. It looks like a creeper. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Going up, going up.
Yeah,
Wow, this is extensive.
oh, and back to the start, I think.
And here I am. Wow.
That's pretty wild. This is a really cool build. I'm really glad to see a roller coaster back on the server because we are going to lose the one that's in the old world soon, and it's cool to see a new one come back into the world.
There's the creeper over there. I wanted to get a shot of that and go back over where all this. I mean, this is a really extensive build, James. This is really good. He's got his farm down here. Let me just bring you guys down here. He's got a farm with some glowstone over it, so you can see it at night. And then he's got all these different colored sheep, sorted by colors of the rainbow there. Very, very nice.
And he does have a tree that goes all the way to the top. Top of the world, tallest tree for you, Minecraft Geek.
And
Right up here at the top.
And I like how he puts signs up here. He's got green and black and red and yellow and pink. Very, very cool. I love this, man. This is such a neat little area.
Yeah, it's a really impressive build. I mean, you can't say it's a little build because it's huge.
Yeah,
awesome,
it's huge.
awesome roller coaster built, right along inside of it. I love the giant tall trees.
Yeah.
You can see he's got he's the big box to your left, I think, the big stone one.
Yeah, down there.
Up above.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
That's a monster spawner. So he's got a monster spawner for XP farming and material farming. You can see he's got down here he's even got a I cannot remember what this kind of plant is from the Nether.
Oh, netherwort.
Yeah, he's got a netherwort plant going on down here. Little farm there, and you can see he's got a house with. I love the use of these of the fencing as the windows. I think
I
that's
like
kind of
that
a cool
too.
idea. But yeah, definitely a cool build. Good recommendation. I think this is a good one.
Now remember, you guys, for
And you
those
guys should come and check it out too.
Yeah,
he's got. Look at this. He says he has jungle fresh smoothies for sale.
awesome. So remember, you guys, we'll have a link. Well, actually, it won't be a link. We'll have the coordinates in our show notes.
Yeah.
So at GeekGamer.tv/MinecraftMe, all of our episodes are posted there. And there we'll have a link for this show, episode 59. It'll be the top one. And in the show notes, we'll have coordinates to this place, which is really, really cool. Freaking awesome. Now, I'm going to do one quick thing. As always, we head to spawn. I'm going to head to spawn now. And
I
did someone forget?
didn't notice this.
Did someone open up the theater? I totally forgot.
Yeah, I did before the show started.
Thank you. All right. So by the way, I revised the theater a little bit, Joe.
Everybody was freaking out.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of people were like, "When did this change? It's different. The roof is different."
All right. So basically, I changed it a little bit. I let me head back in here real quick so you guys can see. This is not the server showcase, but I added a projection booth. Mm-hmm. So Joe was talking about that. He said, "Hey, there's no projection booth." I'm like, "Yeah, good point."
Yeah.
So I added a projection
some
booth.
buttons that don't do anything in here.
Yeah, I know, but let me jump in here. So yeah, there's the projection unit, digital projection unit 2000, and
Mr. Nick Coster is manning the juice bar.
Yep. And so over here we got the snack bar. Let me actually turn on names here real quick. So you got Mr. N. Coster. He's running the bar. Pepsi, green tea, and popcorn. And if you're gonna buy something over here, just go to the website and donate. And we have a much bigger balcony. So let me take you guys up here to the balcony. And who's up here on the balcony? Only 2 people. We got Hostile Steve and McKenzak. Hey, guys. And what's with all the chickens? You're right.
Snack. I'm guessing Cameron was in here. Malik was in here.
Yeah. So basically now the screen behind, there is a backstage.
Yep.
So there's a backstage. And also there's a hidden door down here. And this takes us to that back entrance. So I created another back entrance back here, as you can see. And there's chickens everywhere. My goodness.
There are, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to throw up on the screen here real quick, not literally, but figuratively, all the names of all the people that are here. I'm going to wait for about a minute. And someone's ringing the doorbell to come in. Someone locked themselves out. Unfortunately, the theater is not THX certified right now. I need to put the speakers back in. So, but there you go, you guys. Look at all the awesome people here in the server. Chris Cocking's here, which is great. Some of our admins are here. All you guys, thank you so much for joining us on the server. And
I see a few new names. Ones I don't recognize that are in there. Kitty Cat Calm, I don't recognize.
Yeah.
We've got William D.
Who's
Web
that
Apprentice.
Maldek dude? I don't know who that is, but
I don't know. We should ban him.
DX9S, I don't know who that is either.
Yeah.
And Reven, all that. But hey, as a reminder, you guys, if you want to join us in the community, first thing you should do is head over to geekgamer.tv/minecraftme. There on that page is everything you need to know about the show and our public server and our rules and everything. So before you join our server, head over to our website first and make sure you know the rules because our moderators are good. I mean, they are good. And we have a complaint form. We're very professional. We're community focused. And if you're not part of that ethic of being nice to people, you're going to be sought out. So, but very, very awesome build, James. And you guys see the new and improved Manor Theater. So we got a lot of questions to get through. And we also have a video question. So let's go ahead and open up the mailbag. It's time for the Minecraft Me messages.
It's time to dip in the old mailbag. It's time
for Minecraft Me messages.
Now, you can always contact us with your question, comment, feedback, anything you wish, minecraftme@geekgamer.tv. We also like video emails. You can send an attachment to that email address, or you can send a link to maybe a video question that you've uploaded to YouTube. Just drop the link in the email, and if it's good, we'll use it for the show. We always preview the video emails before we play them because of the fact that we don't want to get in trouble by the FCC or whatever is the same in your country. So, but Joe, we have a video question. Should I play it?
All right.
I'm going to play the video question,
right.
And here we go.
Jacket, love the show. Awesome thing in the world. I always watch it. Yeah, I've got a question. You know Joe, or anyone like, Joe, Chase, yeah, you guys. Yeah, I've got a birthday coming up, and it's under free. I've got 300 quid, and I would like to know the best combinations of for computers. So you send it back, and I was wondering if you've done any mod reviews or anything yet, and I'd like you to play a bit more Tekkit, as it's really cool. And then can you please play Feed the Monster? I really don't know what that is, and it sounds cool. Bye, have a nice day. You're awesome.
Thank you so much for the awesome email. So, not really Minecraft related, but that's okay. We love these questions. 300 quid is $300, but it's not the same as $300 because there's exchange rates involved.
It's a little more than that.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
it's probably closer to $500.
So he might be able to do something pretty good with that, right, Joe? I mean,
yeah, he should be able to do. You might be able to find maybe a smaller system. Probably something to keep in mind is with Minecraft, you're going to want some memory and processor. Your video card's important, but really it's not as important as it is with other games.
Right.
So get a lower end video card, something in that sort of range. Probably I'm thinking like maybe a high end Core i3 or a low end Core i5, something in that range. That'll get you by pretty well. Your biggest expense, unfortunately, with any computer is going to be buying a copy of Windows. Windows is like $100 and some odd dollars right now.
One thing you might want to think about, and I don't know how you feel about this, but there's a lot of enthusiasts everywhere in the world.
Yep.
And the one thing about enthusiasts is they're always quick to upgrade to the next system. And I haven't upgraded my main PC in probably 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
Just because it works well for me. So you might be able to find somebody, maybe on Craigslist or whatever similar in your country, with that kind of money to find a very decent system already set up for you.
Somebody's last gen system.
Exactly.
Unless you want to build your own, and then it's a case of
remember,
finding the right
Joe,
parts to do it.
Remember, he wouldn't have to worry if he wants to make a Minecraft computer. He can run it on Ubuntu and run it on Linux.
That's true. Yeah, I was just going to point that out. But I mean, if you really would like to build your own computer, then you can put the parts together. I actually have been building computers. The only issue is I don't include a monitor. But I've been able to build several computers for work that are high end Core i3s that work really, really well. They do what they need to do, and they're all in the about $400 range or so, and that would be more than enough to run Minecraft.
I don't know if Newegg is available in England. But if
I don't know, but even if it's not, one of the techniques I always do is I'll go to Newegg and figure out all the parts I want,
make a wish list,
and put a good list together and get exactly what I'm looking for, and then I'll take the part numbers or the product IDs and search for them on Amazon.
Yeah,
because on Amazon, you get cheaper shipping and it's usually faster shipping, and it's like, yeah.
And so one thing you can do if you want, head over to our website, geekgamer.tv/support, or at the bottom of every page, we have referral links. You can go to Newegg. Create a list if you want. Send us you can save your wish list and send it to us in an email. We'll take a look at it. We'll give you an opinion. And we might answer it on this show or maybe on our other show, which is more geek oriented. But yeah, I think that, and then you could take that and go to Amazon like Joe said, and we do have an amazon.co.uk link as well. Because you said 300 quid. So I want to say you're probably in the UK. So.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to find, I would estimate, a little over $100 for the CPU.
Yeah,
around $100 or a little less for the motherboard. Probably $50 for a case. And these are all U.S. dollars. So in the UK, they're going to be probably 20 to 30% less.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to buy a copy of Windows is I think around $100 for Windows 8 right now.
Well, yeah, Windows 8. If you're upgrading from Windows 7 or Windows XP, if you have a computer in the house that is running XP, you could get for $40 Windows 8.
Yeah, you can get the upgrade stuff. But again, if you're building a new computer, you can't. You're not supposed to put the upgrade version on there.
This is a whole nother discussion. But if you're building a new computer and there's no touch and you don't have a touch screen, I wouldn't go get Windows 8. But
yeah,
that's another discussion for another day.
A good option if you don't want to deal with Windows, you don't want to give Microsoft their tax money, is go download a copy of Ubuntu or one of the other Linux distros. Yeah. Minecraft runs great under Linux, and in that sort of price range, you're really not gonna go wrong in that direction. You'll save $100. So
don't forget,
that might be worthwhile if you're willing to try it.
Don't forget, Steam runs on Linux now too.
Yeah,
and
not all the games do, but there are some
ones.
games that run on Linux, and it's a good OS, and there's nothing wrong with it. Ubuntu would be the one I would recommend. They have a really good product. There are a lot of other options, though. If you can come up with a Linux distro or a name, you can probably find a Linux distro related to it or a product related to it. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you should be able to build a decent Minecraft computer for that sort of money.
For sure. And feel free to send us your wish list, and we'll give you an opinion. We'll try to help you out.
Yeah, definitely.
We're community focused, as you could tell. All right. Here's an email. This came in from KittyCatCom, one of our new people that we saw on the server. Hey, Chase and Joe, I love your guys' show, and I've seen every episode so far, and I really enjoy watching you guys have fun. I have made a map called Invasion Fortress. You can find this map on Planet Minecraft by going to the members and searching up Kitten's Rock and scrolling down to Invasion Fortress. You need to fight through all the monsters to get to the treasure hidden in the Room of Terror. Hope you guys can do this as a Let's Play. Then I will put the video on the page. Sorry if this was really long. Yeah, that's a running meme.
Yep,
yes.
Thanks. Yep.
No, thanks for the suggestion. We'll add that into our list of things to do. We have a list that we take everybody's suggestions on, and we put it on the sheet, so we always have an awesome thing to go to. Joe, you want to pick something? Pick the next one?
Yeah, I think well, I'm gonna do this because I think this is important. We talked about it last episode, sand generators. And this email came in from a Raptor, and he talked about last episode. We had an email come in that was about sand generators and whether or not they're allowed, and it seems to depend on which admin or mod you ask. And we said, okay, they're not allowed.
Yeah,
and he brings up a really good point that the issue with sand generators as they stand right now is there's two real problems. One is in order to make them work, you have to have a repeating Minecraft redstone circuit, which uses a lot of server overhead. Right. And that's something we want to stay away from. But the nice thing about it is if you're building one, you can build a system to turn it off. So it doesn't work when you're not there. You make sure you turn it off when no one's using it.
Good point.
I don't think that's a problem as long as you're really careful about turning it off.
Right.
If it becomes a problem, then we will just say no. And we will come and remove all the all the redcraft from your area.
Okay. That seems
or
fair.
redstone from your area. I mean, whatever. The other side of it, too, though, is sand generators are technically exploiting the game. They weren't something that was built into it. They didn't intend for them to be there, and they are a bug. So if you're okay, if you're the type of player who doesn't care, then I guess that's one thing. But if you're the kind of player who's trying to play legit and that's how you want to play the game, then you really shouldn't even be looking at sand generators because, again, they're exploiting a bug, a mistake in the system. So those are the two issues I would say. So we'll append the ban on sand generators as long as you have a switch that allow you to turn it off so the redstone isn't sitting there repeating and using up CPU overhead. That's not an issue. You just have to make sure you're turning it off when you're walking away, or we will hunt you down and destroy your stuff.
That's a little harsh, Joe.
Well, not all of it.
Or maybe a little bit.
Some of it.
Yeah. Fair.
The room that I will drop a TNT block on the center of the sand generator. How's that? And whatever blows up, it blows up.
We did get a couple of suggestions on some adventure maps. So I'm not going to go through all those emails, but thank you for those, you guys. We'll add them into our rotation. Email came in from Ryan. He says, "Hey, Joe and Chase, this is Ryan. I was watching your Snapshot podcast, and I wanted to tell you, if you name a villager spawn egg, when you trade with the villager, the name you name the spawn egg shows up on the trade interface." So let's say you name the villager Payback. I'm now
the spawn egg for the villager.
Right. So now I'm trading with Payback.
That's
cool. I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, if you name anything with a GUI, it will show up. So I guess maybe he named anything that has an interface. I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So like because with the anvil you can rename basically any object. So if you rename a chest, the Chase's super chest of magic, it'll always show up as that when you right click on it instead of just chest.
Right. Yeah. All right.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. Here's an email coming in from Danny818, and this was addressed to me. He said, "Dear Chase, you need to level up by episode 60 or on episode 60. So to help you, I came up with some names for your new level. Level 6, Blockaholic. Level 6, Wither Slayer. Level 6, Diamond Hunter. Level 6, Potioneer. Level 6, Enchantist. Level 6, Redstone Genius. And Level 6, Sergeant Command Block. Please pick one or have this list inspire you, and please read it on the show." Well, there you go. Danny. Thanks for all the awesome suggestions. I think I decided, Joe, that on the next show, since I think the straw poll thing was so cool,
Yeah.
I think before the next show, we will run a live straw poll, and we'll let the community decide. We'll pick some names.
All right.
And you and I will pick names, and we'll let the community.
Oh, for a name. Okay.
Yeah, for my level. What?
Okay.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking show content again, and I'm like, well,
No.
Okay.
That will happen every once in a while. We won't do that every time.
Because yeah, it's gonna take some work to. If we're gonna do a Feed the Beast show, it's gonna take some work to get that set up and ready to go. So
yeah.
Anyway,
Couple more questions we'll get to, and then we'll wrap things up here. This came from. I know I probably butchered this. Doudorus. Hey, Chase and Joe, I was listening to your podcast, and even though Minecraft for the 360 is selling great, you still think it's inferior to Minecraft for the PC. I don't think it's inferior.
I think it is.
I just like the fact of the more options you have available on the PC than you do over the 360.
I think it. So
don't alienate our Xbox 360.
No.
People.
I think it's a great
Careful.
game. I think it's worthwhile. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. I haven't played it again, but I think it's great to have it on another platform. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Again, I think the same thing goes for Pocket Edition. However, all of the other versions are inferior to PC because, like, Xbox has the map size limitation. The Pocket Edition doesn't have the same sort of multiplayer capabilities. And none of them have the same level of advancement in terms of redstone and blocks and stuff like that. The desktop version does. It's just the nature of the game. That's how it works.
Yeah,
desktop version's the more up-to-date version. It is better than the other versions. Doesn't mean the other versions are bad.
Yeah.
It's just the desktop version is the most up-to-date one.
That's true.
So,
but there's more to the email, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I thought about that for a little while and eventually realized that you don't realize what the best part of Minecraft 360 is. You can eat and play at the same time. Anyone who is extremely experienced on any console knows you can play single-handed if you're good enough. If you play Minecraft on the PC, you cannot eat while playing. It requires two hands, and that is why Minecraft for Xbox is awesome. Although if you want to have tons of fun, I still love the PC most. Thanks, guys, and great show. From Deuterus from Indiana and sometimes Mexico. And by the way, Deuterus, you can play one-handed on the PC. You just need a mouse with multiple buttons. You reprogram the buttons to walk, and you can play one-handed. There you go. Yep. Joe's pointing.
I know a guy who
there you go.
A really, really good UT player, and we used to always get annoyed because he'd kill everyone, and so we'd go over and unplug his keyboard. And we only got away with that like twice, and then he reset it so one of his mouse buttons was go forward, and then he was owning us again with just the mouse. So it was really frustrating.
As a reminder, we try to get through as many questions as we can.
I got one more I want to do.
Go for it, Joe.
Because this is actually kind of a good one.
Okay.
This comes from Chewbacca, who's a regular on the server. Said, with the old world map coming to an end, I was curious if we, the players, could have a tutorial or maybe even a segment on how to install and play the old map.
Great idea.
Also, quite a few shows ago, Joe was talking about saving the map to a jump drive, I think, so he could play a single-player map on his computer at work. Hope this doesn't get you into trouble, Joe. Could you explain how you do this? So we will definitely do a thing on how to install the old map. It's actually really simple. If you know how to get to your textures directory, you can figure out how to get to your saves directory. And what I actually have done with my saves, with my map saves, is I have that folder redirected to a folder on my Dropbox account. Now, what that lets me do is I will play on my computer at home, or I'll play on my laptop, or I'll play on whatever machine I want, and it'll save the changes I make on the single-player maps to my Dropbox account, which will automatically update on all of my other computers. So when I go to play it on, if I, say I had a break at work, I could play it on that computer because it would be in my Dropbox and up to date. If I play it on my laptop, it'll be up to date. If I play it on my desktop, it'll be up to date. So I do think it's a great idea to do we can do a segment. It wouldn't take very long to show how to do some of that stuff. I think that's a great idea and something we'll have to work on.
So remember what I promised Joe a couple of weeks ago?
No.
A couple of weeks ago, I said that
I can't remember what we did at the beginning of the show.
I would post a poll on our forums about if we would do a CSI kind of an episode about Herobrine.
We got some emails about that.
We even got emails about that. And I said, all right, fine. I said, you know what? I'm going to put up, we're going to let you guys decide. So I posted a poll in our forums at geekgamer.tv/forums. And we got a few votes, which is very nice of you guys to do. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen so we can all see it together. And scroll up. Yes, we should by a huge margin, 77.8% to 22.2%. So, coming up in the future, we will be doing an episode dedicated to Herobrine. Whether or not he exists, we're going to do an episode about Herobrine. Okay, Joe?
Sure.
The community has spoken.
It'll be short.
Oh, hush.
It'll be short.
Why? We could do a Herobrine adventure.
We could do the what is it, Herobrine Mansion, that adventure map?
Yeah. But I mean, it's not just going to be about whether or not Herobrine exists. I mean, we're going to have fun with it. We'll talk about the history of how it even started, how the whole thing started, because there's always an origin to something. So we'll find the origin, we'll talk about it, we'll explain it, but we'll also have some fun with it. Joe and I both agree that Herobrine doesn't exist, but we want to, explain the story to you guys. We want to give you guys the definitive story, so this way in the future, if anybody comes to you and says, oh, Herobrine exists, I know Herobrine exists, you can point them to our show and say, hey, these guys did a show about it, watch the show.
Why don't we just give everybody a link to a page that describes all of it, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Joe, you don't understand how podcasting works by getting people to watch and listen and download.
Well, then we'll just do an episode where I'll read the page that describes all of it and why it's ridiculous.
But I said we're having fun with it too.
That'll be fun.
No, we'll do the adventure map, and
we can do every other word. I'll read one word, you read the other. That'll be fun.
Oh, Joe. Joe. Hey, if you guys had as much fun watching us as we did doing this show, we do the show every Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Pacific time at live.geekgamer.tv. Of course, you can find our show for download, and it's a podcast, so you can head over to iTunes or use your favorite podcatching client if you have Android or some other OS. You could you jump on our RSS feeds, and we have those available for download on our website as well, over at geekgamer.tv. And if you do download on iTunes, and if you haven't done so, write a review. Rate the show. We do appreciate it. Apple likes that stuff when you do that. Joseph Falbey, you can follow him on Twitter. He's very, very particular when he posts on Twitter. I think still the last post is the space shuttle.
Well, how do you top that?
How can you?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to. You know what? I'll have to figure out some way to take a ride on like Virgin Galactic or something.
There you go.
I'll take a picture from a suborbital flight. I think maybe that.
At Falbey on
not.
Twitter, Falbey, and also Joe is one of the awesome co-hosts of a little show that we've been doing for 7 years called Geek Gamer Weekly. We do that every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 in the East, 4 Hawaiian time. I think I got that right. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter at Nunes, Nunes. And you can also follow the show Twitter. Do that at geekgamer.tv. All of our episodes that are posted on YouTube are under the new YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/geekgamernetwork, all one word. And we'll post tech reviews, game reviews. I'm going to start doing some game reviews as well. Old classic games, modern games. It's going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of neat new things coming down the pipe for you guys. So that's it for a great show. Hope you guys have a stellar week. For Mr. Joseph Falbey, my name is Chase Nunes. And thank you for watching Minecraft Me. Keep digging.